Hi, I'm Nancy with Healthy, Happy, and Living Well. Today's episode is about keeping love alive. And in a world today where that seems to be almost an impossibility with the increasing negativity, uh, abuse, hostility, there's so much of that going on in the world today that keeping love alive is something that almost seems impossible. How do you keep that alive? How do you keep those good feelings? Well, that's what this program is going to be talking about today because it is hard to feel love toward another when their behavior shows a heart filled with anger and hate and whose life is clearly very miserable. We see that within our own families, even, not just with people that we see on the news and people that we hear these different kind of broadcasts. And it's like, oh my goodness, where did all of this hatred and hostility come from? And then we start seeing that that behavior is also being displayed within our own families. So, how do you keep the love alive? How do you keep the good stuff flowing your way when you are indoctrinated or just immersed or just seems like you're bombarded with all this negativity that's just surrounding you in the media today? Well, it would truly be easy for Healthy, Happy, and Living Well to display these kinds of programs. There certainly is enough negative stuff out there, but that's not what we're going to focus on. Instead, I feel that you get enough of that with other media, with the other social media. I mean, I see videos on YouTube, particularly on Facebook. A friend will show me something, and I'm just sitting there going, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this human being did such a thing." You see cruelty to children, cruelty to animals, cruelty to seniors. But rather than focus on that, because I am a true believer that what you focus on, you start to manifest in your life, and all of a sudden your happy, healthy, living well life becomes something quite different. So we're not going to go along with the crowd. And so instead, what we're going to do here is we're going to provide you with the alternative. And what I mean is that when you come to the Healthy, Happy, and Living Well site, we're going to keep you with all of the programming that really shows compassion, shows love, shows kindness, shows justice. And that may seem like a drop in the bucket in the cesspool of all this negativity that's surrounding us. And some people, I even had a person say, well, gosh, Nancy, you can't have that today. With that, I mean, that seems impossible. There is no such thing as love and justice. And I mean, that's very pie in the sky. And I said, well, I think there is love in the world. I do believe that it does exist. I think it's an emotion that people want to see more of and feel more of, despite uh, the the huge media out there that's sharing a very different story. You know, the news media and movies and the like. So what we're going to do is we're going to not to do that. We're not going to focus on all that stuff. And really, what I want to do is offer you some suggestions because I know myself that I watched a very disturbing video recently, and it was shocking. I didn't like seeing it, and it really bothered me. And I realized, I said, this is what people, everyone is dealing with today. We're all dealing with this emotional angst, that sense of powerlessness, where we get angry at the television, or we get angry with our neighbor, or we're seeing all these hate crimes, and it's like, oh, this has got to, no, I don't want to focus on those things. And so I shut it off. I shut off the news, and I listen to music. I particularly like classical music. I love Mozart and Beethoven and Chopin, but I also like Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday and love ballads and just, you know, you start to move side to side, you start to get your little shoulders shrugging and your hips moving, and all of a sudden you start to feel good. And that, I believe, is what we're supposed to do. And that is really the purpose of having a healthy, happy, and living well life. And that it's sometimes hard, sometimes it's difficult. It's so easy to complain, it's so easy to vent. But instead, what I'm asking you to do and recommending that you do is to No, rather than vent, rather than taking it out on another human being, put on some lovely music. Go take a walk. Go look at the sunshine, or listen to the birds, or see children playing. Remove yourself from the situation. If you can't do that, even on your computer, start looking at beautiful places. Find yourself seeing a couple falling in love, or a sunset, or something beautiful, and saying, yeah, love is that for that person, love is that for me as well, and make the intention in your life to have more of that by focusing on that rather than on all the negative stuff that's going on around you. Saying no. And I don't believe, you can say, well, that seems like you're not being very real. That's not reality today. And I said, well, I think reality, and oftentimes um, it's forcing you to put your mind on stuff that's not healthy for you. It's not making you happy. It's not making you feel good. It's not making you live well. So I think they're robbing you of something very special and something that's genuinely yours to have, which is love, happiness, compassion, passion, kindness, beauty, good health, happiness, and of course, that stems from the Happiness Church blog, which is what I started. I really started my blog talking about the Happiness Church. And I've had many people ask me, well, what is the Happiness Church? Where is this place? Well, happiness is a choice. When I was watching the video, and I'm going to back up for just a minute, but when I was watching the video of this woman being just awful to her child, it was hard for me for a moment to feel love toward this woman. But I realized that that's exactly what she needed. She needed to be loved, because clearly taking out her frustration, her anger, her hostility on a little bitty baby, whoa, where is that coming from? And that little child is deserving of love as well. So happiness is a choice. And that's why it's a mind frame where you really have to put yourself into that state of mind and say, yeah, I see there are ugly things in the world. I know they exist. But I also know that God is far greater and grander and bigger. Our Creator, our Father, the universal love force, life force that's all around us, that energy, whatever you choose to call it. I call Him my Heavenly Father because I feel that's the attachment, that's the name I choose. I love God. And every morning when I wake up and I see the sun has risen and there's the sky, a gorgeous sky, and it's like this beautiful foundation of a world has been created for me to go out there and enjoy and to create the world that I wish to live in. So it's a choice for me to stay happy. So the Happiness Church evolved out of that mentality of thinking of my own self choice, that I've chosen to be happy. And that church is within me. My temple is within me. That because that's my relationship with God is within me. And I'm thankful, and I express my gratitude when I see these beautiful, wonderful things in my life, and the people that are in my life, the beautiful blessings that I have. And that's not just me. We all are blessed. We all are given wonderful, glorious things. But you can't see those things when you're living in a state of misery and muck. You can't see it. You're not even looking at it. You could be in paradise and you'd miss it. And life can be paradise if you choose to feel good and feel loved, and even to those who are having an awful time, and even to those, in fact, what I do when I see something awful or see someone behaving miserably or badly, I close my eyes, and I recommend that you do the same. And I send them love. I send them compassion. I say, oh, open up your heart to the love that's around you. There's no need for you to behave this way. Do you not feel the love of God inside of you today? That's what I do. And I recommend that you do the same. So when you are watching a news program or something bothers you, turn it off. There are people who do feel, have love in their life. There are people that are living very happy, healthy, living well. They're living really wonderful lives. And you can have that too. And that's what you're going to see on this program, where I'm going to do everything I can to be inspirational, even if it's just a drop in the cesspool of all that negativity. We will be the clean water. We will be the clean thought. We will be the happy, good feeling, compassionate thought. And hopefully it will make a difference in your life when you tune in and you listen or you watch this program and share it with others. Because truly, truly, the happier you feel, the better your life feels, the better your life is. The more wealthier you become. You start to live well. And you may say, well, that's easy for you to say. Well, when you're in a place where things seem just awful, take a moment and be grateful. Be grateful for whatever it is that's in your life right now, no matter how small, no matter how insignificant it might be. It's huge for you. Maybe I know I read a story about an Indian boy who lived in abject poverty. I mean, he had absolutely nothing but a little rug. I mean, he lived in a little dirt floor. But he was so grateful for that little rug that he could sleep on. And from that gratitude, greater things came into his life. And this was a little boy in India who truly had nothing. And he developed this wonderful sense of gratitude, and the law of attraction, those good things do flow your way. You open your life for the flow. And it's for that reason that we are going to stay in that joyful, happy place here with Healthy, Happy, and Living Well through the Happiness Church. Make the Happiness Church. Make that decision to be happy. Find it within you. Find the love. Find the appreciation. Find the gratitude. Find the passion. Find the thankfulness. Find the beauty. Say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that there's music. Oh, I'm so glad that there's a blue sky. Oh, I just love birds. I love the trees. Or babies are just wonderful. And oh my gosh, my dog or my cat. There's love all around you. I know I often sing, what the world needs now is love, more love. I think it's a Dusty Springfield song. And I hum it and I think about it. And then I also think, love was all around, but I didn't see it. Love was everywhere, but I didn't see it. There's lots of songs, and start opening your heart to beautiful things. And I assure you, beauty will come to you. Love will come to you. Greater things will come to you. You will be touched in ways you can't imagine. But you must make that choice. I'm going to choose to be happy. I'm going to choose to find it in my life in some way and be grateful. Because when you do that, you're telling God, thank you for giving me this life, giving me this opportunity to take that breath and be who I am today. May God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Till next time, be healthy, be happy, and try and live well.